Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Stephanie, and I would really appreciate it if you would hit the little red subscribe button down in the corner and become part of our family. And we have some fun over here, so I think you should join. So obviously, as you can tell by the title of the video, I'm going to be doing some baking today, and I love baking. It's one thing you really need to know about me if you're obviously new to the channel or even someone who's been subscribed for a little while. I love to bake. I haven't done it in a little while because I've been really busy with school, but I have some time now where I can actually sit down and just have something to bake something. So I'm taking the opportunity to do so, and I thought, why not turn it into a video, considering the video I originally had decided to upload this week didn't work out. I was going to do the letting the person in front of me decide what I eat challenge. The other problem is that I filmed the whole video, went to upload the clips from my phone to my computer, and it was all corrupted. So I lost everything, which I was so annoyed about because it was such a funny video. If you'd like me to refilm that video and try it again, let me know down in the comments below. I know I'm really late to the boat on this challenge, but like I said, I've been busy with school, so didn't get time to film it when it was popular. But I would still love to do it again. If you guys would like to see it, let me know. So I'm gonna stop rambling now and we're gonna get onto baking. So today we're gonna be making some frosted brownies, and I kid you not, I have been dreaming about brownies for like 2 weeks, and I think it's a sign that we are meant to bake these today. So we're going to be baking these today, and hopefully they turn out okay. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm doing it in a pack mix because I couldn't be bothered baking it from scratch, and this was just more convenient. But yeah, so still good. Betty Crocker, she knows her stuff, so I'm hopeful these will turn out okay. The last time I cooked brownies, I kind of burnt them because I forgot they were in the oven. But we're not going to do that today. We're going to make some delicious brownies, and they're going to be amazing. This recipe calls for 125 grams of melted butter and 2 large eggs. So I've got my eggs here in a little bowl. The only thing is that I don't have any butter. I realized that I ran out of butter, and since the shops are currently closed, I'm just going to make do with what I can. And I looked up online and they said that you can substitute butter with vegetable oil. So that's what I've got here. I've got some just some vegetable oil, which I'm going to use instead. Hopefully this turns out okay. I guess we'll see. So the first things first, obviously we need to preheat the oven. So this may take me a minute because this is an old oven and it doesn't really like me so much. So I'm going to try preheat the oven and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the oven lit, which is good. Hopefully the exhaust fan's not too loud because it's a fan force oven. It's a really old one, so if it's loud, I'm sorry. I'll try and talk louder over it. But so we're gonna get started. I have my mixing bowl, and we're gonna go old school. I'm not gonna use an electric mixer. I'm gonna use a good old wooden spoon. So let's get cracking into this. So this pack comes with a pre-made frosting, which I don't know if I'll put it on. I guess we'll see. I know Brandon will probably love that. For those of you who don't know, Brandon's my boyfriend, which I'm going to do a video with him and introduce you guys to him. He just doesn't like being on camera. He doesn't like the sound of his voice, so I'm trying to convince him that he should come on camera. So if you guys think he should come on camera and do a video with me, comment down below saying Brandon needs to be on camera, and I'll try and convince him to get on camera with me. So how's everyone's week going? I hope you're all doing well. The last video I made was talking about my teaching placements, which I am about to finish, so that's that. But yeah, it's going well. The kids are doing really well. We were working on persuasive essay writing with my year 9s, so that's been interesting. But yeah, so school is school, and just made a mess. But yeah, school's good, just plotting along, getting there, doing my thing, I guess. So we'll measure out the vegetable oil, and it says, I think I worked it out online, it said it's about a half a cup. 125 grams of butter was equal to, yeah, about a half a cup of oil. Hopefully that's true because my math sucks. So if I tried to work it out myself, I'd be here all day trying to figure that out. And I know the people online are probably thinking I'm an idiot for not being able to realise how to convert those sort of fractions, but I left maths in year 9, so yeah, I don't do maths. I'm English based, not maths based. So we'll measure this out. It looks like about half a cup. Might just do a little bit more. Yep, cool. It looks like about half a cup. The one thing I would say when you're cooking is make sure you clean as you go, because then there's less mess to deal with later, which is something I am notoriously bad for doing. I used to always get yelled at for leaving messes when I cooked, because I'd make all this stuff and it'd be delicious. Like, people would love that I cooked it, but I'd leave a huge mess behind me and I would get yelled at. And yeah, so clean as you go. So who out there is actually watching Outlander at the moment? Because Brandon and I have been watching season 4 recently, and oh my god, it is getting intense. And I don't want to spoil it for anyone who isn't caught up with it, but oh my god, I'm obsessed with the TV show, and I've wanted to read the books for a little while. I've got the first book, but I kind of haven't really had time to read it. But if you have read the series, let me know. Does the TV series follow the books, or have they kind of adapted it differently? I'm just curious, because obviously I haven't read the books, so I don't know if it's different or if it's the same. But yeah, I love the series. I reckon it's amazing. It's really cool. And I love that sort of like fantasy, I guess. But I love that sort of genre of like sort of books, like fantasy and like fiction sort of stuff. So that's like my area. I love those sort of books. Yeah, so let me know if you guys are really into Outlander as much as I am. And what are you up to? Like, have you seen up to like the latest one, or are you kind of behind? So like, we had to wait for the series to come out on DVD to watch it, because we don't have Foxtel to be able to watch it when it was released on TV. So we had to kind of wait a couple months, which sucked because there were so many spoilers online that I got sort of seen before I saw it. So I knew some things that were going to happen before we actually watched it, which kind of sucked. Like, if you're one of those people, don't spoil things for other people, like TV shows, if they haven't seen it, because it's just not fair. Like Game of Thrones, for example, I am so far behind on Game of Thrones. I'm still up to like season 3 or 4. And again, people are going to be like, what the hell? It's like up to like season 8 now, but I don't really get time to sit down and watch TV shows usually, unless I sit down on my iPad and watch something on Netflix while I'm doing some work. But other than that, I don't really have time to sit down and watch a whole lot of TV shows, which sucks, because then that means obviously I'm behind on everyone else, and people will get really annoyed with me when I can't talk about the TV shows with them because I haven't seen them. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. So this is like the batter so far, which I think it looks like a good consistency. I don't know, like I said, I'm really bad at making brownies. The last couple times I've tried to make them, they don't turn out too great. But it's part of cooking. Like, I like doing this. It kind of relaxes me. I don't know why. I just find it relaxing to make stuff. So I used to always bake like banana bread. Love banana bread. Obviously you can see I've got some bananas sitting here beside me, which I will eat them obviously, but once I don't get it to eating in time, they'll turn into banana bread, and maybe I'll cook banana bread again. If you guys want to see me do more cooking stuff, let me know and I'll make banana bread online. But yeah, so this is just kind of something I've always kind of liked doing, even though I'm not very good at it. Let me know down below if you guys have any recipes or like particular things that you like to cook often. Like I said, mine's banana bread. I love banana bread, and I've recently been adding like chocolate chips into the banana bread, which makes it a little bit naughty, because I'm trying to like eat well, which is kind of contradicting considering I'm making brownies right now. Probably not a good mix, but anyway. All right, I think that's pretty well mixed. So next I'm going to be putting it into a baking tray, which I brought a baking tray specifically for doing this because I didn't have a pan like this to cook it in. I only had like a bread tin, which I make obviously banana bread or whatever I want to cook in it. So yeah, I brought a special tin for that. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to cut out some baking paper and put it on the bottom, and also I'm also going to spray it with some cooking oil to help it from sticking and getting stuck at the bottom. I guess the problem I've had last time I made this is that the batter stuck to the bottom and I couldn't actually cut it and get it out. So I figured if I lay some baking paper down and then also put some vegetable oil or some like cooking oil on top of it to sort of stop it from sticking, that might hopefully work. So that's what we're gonna do. This is a trick I actually learnt from Brandon's mum because she likes to bake too. She actually makes really good cakes. I'll link her Instagram down below. Go follow her because her cakes are amazing, and I'm hoping to get her to make me a cake. Well, I was gonna get her to make me a cake for my birthday this year, but it kind of didn't end up working out, like the timing. She was really busy. But go follow her cakes because she does some really cool things with cakes. But like I said, I'll link that down below for you. So what she told me to do is to actually draw around the tin on the baking paper with a pencil and then cut it out so then it actually fits more snugly into the pan so that it's not all like crumpled up in the corners and you don't get those like little corners of pockets that don't cook properly. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to quickly draw this and then we can put it into the pan, kind of like that, and then just cut it out and stick it in. So just kind of like that, and it kind of sits in the pan. And now I'm going to spray some canola oil cooking spray just to sort of hold it all down. And then we will be whacking this baby in the oven. So just like that, make sure it's also got oiled well. And obviously I kind of think I went a little bit overboard with that, but it's fine. We're not going to die from it. So let me just quickly wash my hands. I really hope this isn't too thick because yeah, I'm worried that it might not cook properly, but hey, this is part of baking. Sometimes things just don't work out, but that's okay. I'll still eat it anyway. It actually reminds me of a time when I was actually in home ec at high school. I was making a chocolate cake with a friend of mine who, bless her soul, could not bake. I'm sorry, like she couldn't. She was always burning things and like putting the wrong measurements in, and it was horrible. But this one time I was making a cake for like a project I had to do at school, and the teacher, oh no, sorry, I was making jam, and the teacher like put all our ingredients in like a tub, and then we were going to use all that stuff. So she pre-set it all out and then kind of put it to the side, and we would just collect the tub and use that and go off and cook our own thing. She accidentally put, instead of putting sugar, she put salt in the tin, and I didn't even look at the tin. I kind of just picked up and thought, oh, that looks like sugar, and just put it in. And then I'm like stirring it and wondering why it's not going to the consistency it should be. And then I put my finger in to taste it, and oh my god, like I almost choked because it was so salty. And even my teacher came over and like tasted it, and she was like, oh no. So I was so annoyed because I was like really trying hard to make a really good jam, why guess in jelly? Jam. And yeah, I had to throw the whole thing out and start again. And it was devastating because like I thought I was doing really, really well. Like the steps, I followed everything exactly as it told me to do it. And you know, and I thought this is going to turn out really, really well. And yeah, little snafu in that plan, but what are we going to do about that? I think it's kind of become my life motto at the moment, is just sort of, you know, things don't go well, what are we going to do? But yeah, I don't know, I don't see the point in dwelling on things that don't work out how you think they should, because at the end of the day, you know, life happens and things don't always go to plan, and that's okay. Like the world's not going to fall apart if your plans don't go exactly how you thought they were going to. And it might suck in the moment, but at the end of the day, you will survive, you will move on, and things will be okay. Also, in case I've mentioned this before, I'm sorry about the lighting and like the shadowing. It's currently been raining on and off for like the last few days. So there's not really much sun at the moment. Obviously there's a little bit coming from the window here. But unfortunately, yeah, it's just a very gloomy sort of day. And unfortunately, I don't have a ring light or anything else like that to sort of make it a bit brighter. So we're gonna just have to deal with that for now. So the brownie is in the tin. Now we're gonna put it in the oven for so 25 to 30 minutes. So I'm gonna do that and I will see you guys when it's done. Okay guys, so it's been about an hour now since I put the brownies in, and they are cooked and they smell delicious. So I've had it sitting on a cooling rack to cool down, obviously. So we're going to take it out of the pan and we're going to ice it and probably eat some of it because it's currently lunchtime and I haven't eaten anything yet, so I'm starving. So this is going to be kind of like a little lunch treat. But yeah, so let's hope that this actually comes out and doesn't stick to the bottom like it has before. So, drum roll. Oh, I heard a drop. It worked! And look at that, guys. Like, it's very thin. I will admit they're very thin. Maybe I should have got a slightly shallower pan. But this is probably the best that brownies have ever turned out that I've actually made. And I'm telling you, if you could smell this, it smells heavenly. I'm so happy that this turned out well. So we're gonna ice it and then we're gonna do a taste test. Alright, so I switched up the angle so you guys can actually see me doing this. The only problem I'm having is that this icing is very thick. And I don't know how well it's going to spread. So I've got a knife here and I'm just kind of going to dig it out and just see if it'll spread. So here is the finished product, and it's not the prettiest, but it looks delicious. So as you can see, the icing did actually end up sort of melting out a little bit, so it was easy to spread. But yeah, this is what it looks like now, and I am starving, so I'm going to cut myself a slice and give it a little taste test. Okay, so I've got it on a chopping board, which is clearly not big enough for it, but it's what I've got. But we're going to take the first cut. Here is our piece. My mouth is already salivating from this, so. Oh my god, it's so good. That is bomb. That is bomb. This is so good. And it turned out so well. I know I seem really surprised by that, but I legit am surprised because I suck at baking brownies. It's something that's so simple, but I really suck at making them. But this one turned out really good. So I'm going to end this video now before I make a complete pick of myself and demolish this whole thing. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. If you like this kind of videos, let me know down in the comments down below and I'll make some more. So don't forget to also hit the bell notifications so you're notified when I upload a new video. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your week, and I will see you guys later. Bye.